What's good, family? Thank you guys so much for coming back to Kick It with a River Brown Skin John. If you're interested, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so we can keep this content moving around these YouTube streets. And we out.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all. So today, as you can tell by the title, I think I'm gonna call it Stop Disrespecting People, okay? Well, that's the premise of the message, point blank period, okay? And what brought this up to me, this wasn't, I mean, everything is a spirit-led message more so, but it's like, it's not like a dream message or anything. It's more so just my observation and what I was moved to feel and what I moved to share, right? All right, so basically what I started with, I said, you have no right to disrespect someone or come out your face because you don't agree with them or what they said or who they are, what they do, you know, whatever. They go for fat people, gay people, you know, minorities, Asian people, Spanish people, whatever, and white people, right? And what came to me was like, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So I'm like, whatever. Wait, we didn't learn this in kindergarten? Like, it's not that hard. It's actually very simple, you know, to keep your negative thoughts and words to yourself, right? Then to spew it out into the community to other people. You don't know people. You don't know people, right? So it's like, what makes you think that you have the right to do that? Like, what makes you above these people to do that, right? You, me, or anyone else has no right to pick apart someone because we don't feel like, because we do feel like they're fat, they're too skinny, they're too dark, they're too light, they're white, where they work at, where they don't work, you know what I'm saying? Like things like that. Like I just noticed, like on social media, especially when you go to the comment section, we know how brutal the comment section can be anywhere, right? And one thing I always notice, like even just recently, like people be sending me, you know, just different videos, sharing videos with me on Messenger or, you know, on Instagram or whatever, and or just in general. And like some things I just don't find funny, you know? And I'm like, why does that humor you guys? Like, why does it humor you to pick apart someone because they're larger than you? They were a really big size, you know? Why do you think that you're better than them? Like, what makes you believe that because a person is fat, that they deserve to be disrespected? What makes you think that because a person is super skinny, that they deserve to be disrespected? What makes you think that because a person is gay, that they deserve to be disrespected? You know what I'm saying? The list can go on, but like, what makes you think these things? Like, we don't like as for black people, like, what makes you think because you black that you deserve to be disrespected? We don't, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, it's like, have that same rhetoric when it comes to anything else. I'm not just attacking black people, but I'm just saying in general, like, we get so sold on believing that we have the right. You know, what happened to morals? What happened to decorum? What happened to viewing people like individuals with feelings? Like, this desensitization, what the fuck am I trying to say? Us being desensitized, I'll say it like that, because that is a tongue twister for me. But it shows up in so many different ways. Like, when people share people's, the picture of them dead, laying on the ground somewhere, or, you know, whatever the case, or resharing a video when somebody got killed, like, what makes you think it's okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just really brought it up to my attention. It's like, mind the business that is rightfully yours and stay there, you know? Have some compassion for the next person. What if that person, let's just say, right, they weren't always fat. And now they're having a really hard time losing weight because they went through something really traumatic. And they're trying their hardest not to off themselves. And then they meet somebody, let's say, you know, I don't want to say like you, but let's say they meet someone who's mean-spirited, and then those people start laughing at them and making jokes about them and saying things. And I'm a victim, but I'm also a perpetrator, because I am too guilty of these things and not realizing it. No, I don't do it in the most blasphemous or boisterous way, But that simply is like me having road rage, and I'm like, you stupid motherfucker. It's like, damn, like, what if they rushing to get to somewhere because it's an emergency, and you're cussing them out and trying not to let them get in front of you, or you mad because they cut you off? What makes them stupid? They wouldn't be stupid if you knew why they, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if they had to get to the hospital because their mama was on it, or about to take her last breath, but you got an attitude because they driving too fast, or they going too slow, or they cut you off. You don't know. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? What if that skinny, that anorexic person who's been going through food issues, or maybe they just naturally skinny. Maybe they just that's just their body type. That's just how their family is built. But they're having a really hard time dealing with the comments, the ridicule. And they're ready to end it all. And then they walk into somebody mean-spirited who just sets it off. You know, same with the fat people, same with the skinny people, same with white people, same with black people. I know the black community love to tear up white people, and a lot of them fucking deserve it. But a lot of times, too, we be too vicious. Too vicious. Be the example. Be the example. This is why they don't know how to act. They learned it from us. Show and tell. Show and prove type shit. You know? It's like, and I say they learned it from us in a sense where it's like they take and they use and they modify and they take everything from us, right? So since they want to take everything from us, be the example. Show them the way. Show them how to do some shit correctly. Show them how to be morally correct. Show them how to love. Be love. We are gods and goddesses. That means that we are love. So walk around as so. Okay? For the opposing side, though, you do not have to deal with anyone that sees you less than you see your damn self, okay? So if you feel like you're the baddest motherfucker walking around, you feel like you're the most confident motherfucker walking around, it could be man or female, I don't care, then that's what you are, okay? Fuck them and fuck them again. Who cares about what people's opinions are? I know it's hard, it's easier said than done to ignore people, especially if they're really low blows that really hit you where it hurts. And I don't want to sound insensitive when I say this, but we need to have tough skin. We need to have thicker skin. Because the world is not out here with nobody's sitting here to be your friend. Anybody could turn on you. We see family, we see lovers, we see children, we see all kinds of spouses, employers, supporters, right? We see it all the time. People will be with you and then they not. And then they ripping your ass a new one. Right? So it's like, if you allow those people to give you that power to build you up, then you just gave them people that same power to knock your ass down. And that's an absolute no-go. We don't need no validation from nobody. Okay? Yeah, it feels good to get it, but you don't need it. Right? So don't need it. I don't need your unsolicited advice. I don't need your advice. I don't need your validation. I don't need your unsolicited validation. You know? If you decide to give it, cool, but I don't have to receive it. I don't have to listen to it. Like, I remember, just an example, I remember this guy one time, because I got big arms. I got big arms, right? I'm a chunky woman. I'm a curvy girl. I know that. And I love that. And this man really was like, yeah, you know, some exercises you can do on your arms, right? Do this, and it'll take away all of that. And I'm like, bitch, we weren't even talking about that. Who the fuck asked you? Maybe I like my motherfucking macaroni potato salad goddamn arms, bitch. Maybe I like them. Who asked you? You know, it'd be that unsolicited advice. But that's something that, and this was years ago, but it's something that if I didn't have thick skin about it at the time, could have ate me alive. But I'm so grateful that I didn't let that bother me. Because I'm like, nigga, who asked you, Dusty? Like, you know, like, it's like, whatever. Okay, it's like you can get your weight up, you can lose some. Same with your bag. Long story short, life still goes on and it gets better for you. But those same individuals who think that they can speak out of turn and out of line, or act out of turn and out of line, okay? They will continue to be stuck because that's who they are in the mind and their spirit, okay? And it's not okay for you to be their punching bag. I know sometimes you're like, oh, that shit don't bother me. I know my worth. Haters gonna hate. And it's like, cool, because that's facts. But it doesn't complete the fucking task, okay? You have to verbally tell people, or actually show people what they can and they cannot do and say to you. Okay, that is the boundary right there. If we don't say it, we don't tell them, that people really genuinely don't know. We can, you know, like, you can be like, oh, girl, I hate your channel. Okay. Girl, why you got that banner? Your banner ugly, or your intro whack. Like, it's more to it than me just saying, okay, 10-10, thank you, Lord. It's more to it than just saying, okay. Now you gotta set the precedent. Now you have to set the tone. Listen, I respect your disdain, because not everybody's going to like what I do and what I produce. But I'm gonna need you to keep your negativity away from me. So if you do not like my channel, you do not like what I'm producing, you do not have to watch it. But what I will not take is you coming here trying to put me down. That is what we're not going to do. You see, I'm setting that boundary. I'm letting you know what I expect from you. Now, if you can't give me that, then guess what? That's absolutely fine. I will take a bow and beat the fuck out. You're done. You don't have that access to me anymore. I rebuke it. I revoke it. It's done. It's gone. Okay? And it's straight like that. After that, they don't have access to you. They can get on their platform or, you know, talk their little junk under a fake account. Cool. But just like your regular one got blocked, this one can get blocked too, okay? It's like, it's fine, but we have to make sure we set that tone. We set that precedent. I remember with this gay guy, there was a couple gay guys I went to high school with, but there's one in particular. And actually, I am going to say your name. His name was Troy Bright. And Troy was openly gay. He was openly him. And even all the guys, like, he didn't have no problem, like, being him. And I remember, like, there would be a few guys, like, really, I went to a high school where everybody was pretty open and accepting of each other, which was a beautiful thing. Especially the more feminine guys, okay? They really didn't come crazy at them like that. So when people would make little smart remarks like, oh, you little gay ass, Troy would be like, excuse me? What's up? Like, immediately. It ain't no sitting down, oh, whatever they gonna say what they... No, I'm a man like you. Just because I like men, don't mean you can't get your ass whooped. Don't mean I still can't go toe-to-toe with you. Don't mean I can't still put you in your place. Stay in your lane. But see, him doing that prompted him, or prompted others, excuse me, to know, hey, you can say and think what you want to, but don't say that shit in front of him, because he's going to get at your ass, you know? And I love that about him, because you know why? All the straight dudes was receptive of him. They respected him. You know, they might be like, hey, man, chill out. But, you know, they didn't have a problem working in groups with him, or, you know, sitting next to him, having a conversation with him. They didn't mind that. We had another guy who wasn't so out the closet, but everybody knew it, you know. And again, all the guys was cool with him. To this day, he still got guy friends we went to high school with. And they, like, love him like a brother. That's the sister. Like, it's real shit, you know? But it's like, if we don't set the tone and tell people what it is, they're going to think they could do whatever the fuck they want to do. And you can't do what you want to do with me. You do what I allow you to do. And if I don't allow you to say or do that in my space, then you're not going to do that. And if you can't understand that and respect that and move accordingly, at least when dealing with me, then your ass has to go. And that's fine too. You know? But I ain't going to keep preaching on here. I'm not going to make this too long. Oh yeah, I did write a quote that I want to put in here too. Now, I don't know verbatim if I got it correctly, but if you know, you know, okay? But it says, I don't get to tell people how to love me. I see the way that they love, and I decide if I'm going to deal with it or not. And that was by Iyanla Vanzant. So it's like, I don't know if I said it exactly how she said it, but pretty much is that, okay? We don't get to tell people, just like nobody can tell you what to do, we can't tell people what to do, right? But like I said, we can set that boundary, set that tone, and give them that this is the checklist. This is what it is with me. Can you do this? Can you fuck with this? No? Okay, well, unfortunately, I need everybody to meet this requirement. This is not a crazy criteria, okay? That's like when you get your college syllabus, okay? Your school syllabus, whatever, right? And this is what you need for the class. This is what we doing for the semester, for the school year, whatever, right? If this ain't what you into, you know you ain't gonna be able to uphold this. This is a chance now when you get that syllabus to go in and drop that class. Choose something else, right? But once I've told you what the expectations are and you agree to them, now I expect you to uphold them. Because if you don't, what happens? You get kicked out of class or you fail, right? Or you have to withdraw in the semester. I don't know what happens with the credits and all that, but it's just a lot of fucking work, right? So, again, to avoid all of this shit, set the tone, set the precedent, set boundaries, and don't allow disrespect. And to the other side, stop disrespecting people. It's not okay. It's not fucking cute. It's not. But I also made another video about that. The mean girls and the mean guys, the mean-spirited people. Oh, y'all time coming. Y'all gonna fall. You're gonna fall, and it won't be graceful. But that's the end of this message. As I always say before I let y'all go, make sure you keep your shit real. Tell the truth. Make sure you keep your shit raw. No holds barred. Then come back and kick it with y'all favorite brown skin John. Peace.